The desperate search for Gabby Petito, the 22-year-old who vanished on a cross-country trip with her boyfriend. Police now designating him a person of interest. We'll hear from the chief of police leading the case in just a moment. But first, Trevor Ault has the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, it seems the nation is searching for Gabby Petito, but her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, is not. Investigators have been combing across the country, but Brian came back home to Florida without Gabby. He seems to be holed up with his parents, and he's not speaking with her family or investigators. And this morning, we have a new look at a confrontation with the couple just weeks ago where police were called in.
Overnight, 5 days into the urgent search for Gabby Petito, authorities releasing new body cam video following an incident between her and boyfriend turned person of interest Brian Laundrie.
What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm just sorry. We've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
Days before Petito was last seen, officers responding to a 911 call about an argument outside a convenience store in Utah near Arches National Park. They find Gabby visibly upset, separating her from Laundrie immediately.
You wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't you let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
Told me I needed to calm down. Yeah. But I'm perfectly calm.
According to the police report, Petito reportedly hit Laundrie in the face. In the body camera video, the scratches were evident. In the report, responding officers saying the incident seemed to be less of a domestic dispute and more of a mental, emotional health break.
Because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I can get really frustrated.
No charges were filed, the two agreeing to separate for the night. Before the Utah incident, leading up to Gabby's disappearance, the couple had been on a cross-country road trip in this white van, documenting their travels on YouTube and Instagram.
Brian's stretching, doing some morning yoga.
But on September 1st, Laundrie returned to the Northport, Florida home where the couple lived with his parents, with the van, but without Gabby. Details of that road trip, now the key to finding her. Gabby Petito was last seen August 24th, checking out of a hotel with Laundrie in Salt Lake City, Utah. Her mother says the next day was the last time she spoke with Gabby, who told her they were in Grand Teton, Wyoming, on their way to Yellowstone.
We need to know exactly where he was, where she was, their last locations.
Investigators say they tried to talk with Laundrie Saturday. His attorney doubling down in a statement saying Mr. Laundrie will continue to remain silent on the advice of counsel because they believe any statement made will be used against you. Overnight, Gabby's family telling us they only have one question for him.
There's one question that matters. Where did you last see Gabby? That's the question that matters right now.
And Gabby's family is calling Brian's silence reprehensible. They're trying to help out with the search. Gabby's stepfather is in Wyoming, but without Brian talking, officials say he is hindering the investigation. George?
Okay, Trevor, thanks very much. Let's bring in the Chief of Police now, Todd Garrison. Chief Garrison, thank you for joining us this morning. First of all, just explain what it means now that Brian Laundrie is a person of interest.
Well, you know, two people went on a trip and one person returned, and that one person is not talking to us. All of our information is being directed through the attorney, and he's got all the answers. So, you know, my number one question is, where's Gabby?
What do you make of the fact that he's not talking to you?
Well, you know, everybody has rights, and we'll respect the Constitution and their rights. I can't speculate why he's not talking, but he has the pieces to the puzzle that we need to be able to find Gabby.
You're trying to get other pieces as well, but are you trying to get a search warrant for the boyfriend's home?
Right now, everything that we are doing is methodically being done. Right now, we are not trying to obtain a search warrant for the home. We don't have a crime in this. We are investigating a missing person.
You did find the van they were driving in. Can you tell us any more about what you found there?
There were some things in the van that we are analyzing right now. Whether or not they have any evidentiary value is too early to tell.
And we know there was some kind of an altercation between the two of them when they were in Utah. Police were called to the scene. Do you believe that's connected to the disappearance, and what more do we know about that?
All we know is that they did have a disturbance and they were separated that night, and at some point they returned together. But, you know, it's not uncommon that people have, disagreements in relationships. So whether or not that has anything to do with the disappearance or not, we're still sorting through all that data.
And what are your next steps?
Right now, we're still going through all the electronic data and financials and everything that we possibly can go through. You know, we have hundreds and hundreds of tips coming in, and we have to sort through all those tips. And you know, we're just trying to find where Gabby's at.
Any other persons of interest?
Right now, no.
Chief Garrison, thanks very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
All right, George, thank you. And we are certainly thinking of Gabby's family and friends.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.